Hey, welcome to my channel, To and Fove. Tonight we're going to be doing a oracle-led collective love reading. This will be more specifically for those that are in separation, no contact. So I am going to pull from my personal oracle deck, and we're going to see what messages the Divine Masculine has for the Divine Feminine. Okay, let's get started. Spirit, what messages does the Divine Masculine have for the Divine Feminine? Okay, first card out is your cutoff game out to be studied. Ought to be studied. Okay. So the Divine Masculine is impressed with you, Divine Feminine. You cut them off, I see, and you two went your separate ways, and they're impressed with you because I guess maybe they have expected you to chase them. They expected you to be the first one to contact them, to reach out, and you haven't. And they are actually surprised. You probably are very different from what they're used to. So I'm getting from this that they are used to feminines essentially chasing them, initiating contact with them first. So the fact that you haven't, good on you, because you are definitely standing out from the rest. All right, what's the second message we have here? Ooh, you beat me at my own game and I resent you for that. So this Divine Masculine is already admitting that they were playing mind games, or at least trying to, because you opted out, right? So you just were not going to tolerate that. And yeah, typically this Divine Masculine is the one to pull the wool over feminine's eyes, but they were unable to do that with you. And they're not too happy about it, obviously. And this is giving a masculine that pretty much a sore loser. They don't like losing. They don't like not having the upper hand. All right, third message, and then we're going to clarify these. One more, Spirit. Okay. So now it says, I'm learning to surrender to the journey even when I don't understand it. This isn't over. It's unfolding in divine timing. Alrighty, and at the bottom of the deck we have here, we are on different paths, but they are leading back to one another. Okay. What's interesting is like the first two cards, it definitely feels, I don't know, it feels very 3D, and this masculine is speaking from their ego, particularly with this one. But yeah, this first one is like they were caught off guard by you. And so now with this third message and with the message at the bottom of the deck, I'm getting this is very like the Divine Masculine's higher self, their 5D self, you know, communicating with you. Because this is very, you know, oh, okay, you know, like they're now being vulnerable within, you know, within this, like the last couple of messages here, and acknowledging the connection that they have with you. All right, let's clarify. Okay, Spirit. Please clarify. Your cutoff game ought to be studied. Spirit, please clarify. Your cutoff game ought to be studied. Give me 2 cards, please. 2 cards. All right, one more. And we have here, ooh, we have the 5 of Swords. That's very interesting. Oh goodness. That perfectly aligns with that message. One more, please, Spirit. Your cutoff game ought to be studied. Okay. Ooh, we have the Death card. Oh, and just note that I will be reading these cards upright. I only read reversals when I am using the other cards that have both the upright and reverse meanings on them. So, anywho, if I need to clarify, I'll just pull out more cards. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. And the Emperor reverse. So your cutoff game ought to be studied. Yeah, so this very much tells me that they were, with this 5 of Swords, I feel like you both were in this 5 of Swords energy. It was a win at all cost attitude that you had towards each other. And you know, there's like, nobody wants to throw in the towel. Nobody wants to give in. And it seems like it's also kind of like very competitive and a lot of tension and conflict. But seeing here with the second message, you beat me at my own game, which I'll be clarifying. But what that leads me to believe, obviously, is that, like I said earlier, this divine masculine was doing just that. They were playing games. And you caught on. And you basically put your foot down and you cut this off. You cut this divine masculine off quick. With a quickness, because you were not going to tolerate the mind games, manipulation, whatever this divine masculine had up their sleeves. So, yeah, you basically, and what I kind of, you know, what I'm hearing right now with this 5 of Swords is that you matched this divine masculine's energy. And that was that. So the game that they tried to play with you was, you know, they tried to get you to chase them. They try to trigger you, trigger your, you know, I don't know. I speak from experience with this, but, you know, those that chase tend to, you know, probably have like an anxious attachment. And this divine masculine wanted to trigger that in you and make you work for their attention. But you just said no. I kind of feel like this with this death card is like you just pretty much put a stop to it, you put an end to it, and just said no, I'm not dealing with that. But I feel like also with this death card, I feel that by you cutting this divine masculine off the way that you did, I feel like that was the catalyst to their transformation, their change. Like, they realize like you're not like the rest. So like I said before, you stand out, and now they're like, wait a minute. You know, so I feel like there was this sort of transition, whereas they typically would have the upper hand, and you know, they get to just avoid and play games and wander off and watch you sort of pine for them. Since that didn't happen, you probably, more than likely, I mean, obviously, this is, you caught this divine masculine's attention and you flipped the script. You guys pretty much like reverse roles. So I feel like that's what the death card is, where they're typically the runner, they're now transitioning into the chaser. And we have the Page of Pentacles, and like I was saying before, this is probably something that have never experienced before, whereas now they're like, A, learning a lesson, and B, they're now having, I don't know why I'm getting this from, I'm an intuitive reader, so bear with me. But I'm getting from this Page of Pentacles, like, this is new for them, this experience, and they're now like wanting to offer you something, you know, like they're now the ones wanting to pursue you. And this is something that they're not used to. All right, let's clarify. You beat me at my own game. I resent you, and I resent you for that. 2 cards for me, please, Spirit. You beat me at my own game. Ooh, Queen of Swords. I'm loving it. That was it. You put that sword up. You just said, And you put this like you having boundaries, and you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing you got the wrong one. I was gonna say something else, but you got the wrong one, basically. All right, one more. You beat me at my own game, and I resent you for that. One more, please, Spirit. Ooh, that's it. 5 of Pentacles. So you got this divine masculine feeling left out in the cold. And that is why they resent you. I'm thinking of Denzel Washington. I always quote that part. You know, I think it was like the end of the movie, Training Day. And he was just like, you think you can do this to me? Shoe program. I don't want to say, you know, I'm trying not to say inappropriate words on this channel, but but you know, that infamous part of that movie. He was like, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. So that's what's coming to mind when I see this like Five of Pentacles. Like he feels defeated, but it's like he's still putting up a fight. He really can't believe that you just did that to him. It's like, who do you think you are? But you're like, I'm the Queen of Swords. You got the wrong B, basically. All right. Let's clarify. So this one is now this is the Divine Masculine being a little bit more like letting their guard down and being a little bit more vulnerable. I guess you left them no choice. All right, so we're gonna clarify. I'm learning to surrender to the journey even when I don't understand it. This isn't over. It's unfolding in divine timing. So now the Divine Masculine sounds like he's got feelings. The Two of Pentacles. Okay. And we have the Hangman reverse. Just acknowledging that, but these all will be upright. One more, please. I'm learning to surrender to the journey even when I don't understand it. One more, please, Spirit. Whoop. Okay, so the card that fell on the floor is the Six of Cups. So as I was saying, yes, this Divine Masculine is now they've developed some feelings for you, Divine Feminine. And then we have here the Two of Pentacles. That to me is, let's say I'm learning to surrender. Something they're juggling. So you've caught them at probably not at the greatest time. They met you at at a time when maybe they have a lot going on. That's probably why they rejected you in the first place, Divine Feminine, because they're probably juggling and, and I don't know, this could be third parties or whatever else. They just have a lot going on in their life right now. And when they met you, they just weren't prepared. They weren't ready for a connection like this, a love like this. So this is something that now they've had to kind of go into their corner. It's funny, I'm thinking of boxing, when you kind of they ring the bell and the boxers go into their corners and they have to prepare for the next round. But that just kind of, I don't know, the reason why I'm thinking of that is that's the two of you separating, going in, in the opposite direction, and they're now in their corner and they're learning. They're now in their corner preparing. All right, so they're trying to, whatever they got going on, they're trying to, every time I see this card, I always say they're trying to get their affairs in order before they can be with you. I mean, you're the Queen of Swords. So they already know. You've already sent this message to the Divine Masculine that you're not going to just tolerate and accept whatever. So they know that they have to get their ish together. And I feel that with the Six of Cups, they feel the connection. It's like a past life love. And if this separation has been a while, I mean, you could very well be this sort of, and I put in quotations, past love now that they want to reconcile with once they get themselves together. But they are leaving this up to the divine. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to clarify. We are on different paths, but they are leading back to one another. 2, please, for me, Spirit. 2 cards, please. The 4 of Pentacles. I'm getting that they're definitely holding on to this connection. Also, 4 of Pentacles could mean that they're probably like on their own right now. Like maybe if they were in a connection like with the karmic feminine, they're probably parting ways with that person because, you know, they're needing to prepare and get their stuff together so that they can be worthy of you. So, because I see this also as like them preserving their energy. That's what the 4 of Pentacles could mean sometimes. Like a person sort of, it's almost like the hermit mode, but not as intense, obviously, because the hermit is major arcana. But with this, they could be keeping to themselves as a way to preserve their energy. I mean, this is the Pentacles, so that's another thing that they're probably needing to save up. You know, get their, as I was saying before, like get their affairs in order is probably also having to do with their finances. Once again, we have this Hangman reverse. They probably have like sacrificed a lot, lost a lot, I don't know. And they were definitely unprepared when they met you. All right, one more. One more, Spirit. One more for we are on different paths. One more, please. We have 6 of Pentacles coming out sideways. Okay. Immediately, 9 of Pentacles reverse. Where they are, they're not very inspired. They're not very happy. Also, you know what I get from this, like, 4 of Pentacles energy? That's kind of my... 4 of Pentacles gives me this energy of being in survival mode. I also think of it as in terms of finances and lifestyle. It could also, for me as a reader, it could also mean sort of like living paycheck to paycheck. You know, like you're okay. You have just enough to take care of the essentials and take care of your needs. But I feel that this divine masculine is not very abundant. They're not feeling very, you know, they're not living this luxurious life. You know, they're not feeling very like, oh, okay, I have, you know, money is no object. I have more than enough. Like, no. So that's the thing. If they were with you right now, it would probably be, I don't know how to say this, because it's interesting, because I'm seeing this Six of Pentacles, which is, so that's the thing. Yeah, because we have 2 Pentacle cards here. So I feel like this is very much speaking to their finances and also like their energy as well. But I feel like they're in this 4 of Pentacles energy right now, and they're needing to maybe like get their affairs in order. I feel like maybe their finances are not, dare I say, it's probably not up to your standard. It's not even up to their standard, so they know that it wouldn't be up to your standard. They would not be able to give you this equal give and take. When you guys first met, their finances were not, it was not the finances of a provider, if that's what you're looking for. Or if not a provider, I mean, I'm sure Divine Feminine, you at least want to be with a masculine that, you know, where you can have an equal give and take connection. You know, you can feel secure. But I feel like they're more so in this 4 of Pentacles energy for whatever reason. Maybe do you have the 6 of Cups here? And I was saying that they needed to get their affairs in order. So this could also indicate that they may have kids. If not, it's just their finances are in disarray right now. They're probably, and also with the 6 of Pentacles, it could mean like they're in this sort of lack mindset because they're giving to another situation right now. And that's obviously, that's the path that they're on. And they are now, since meeting you, they're working to get off of this path, the current path that they are on, which is more than likely a karmic path. But now that they are aware of this, right, they have awakened to this. I was saying before that you're the catalyst, right, to this this transition, this transformation in them. So they now are like putting forth an effort to be more worthy of you, be able to give you an equal give and take, and also to like stop giving to another situation. They want to, you know, pull back, preserve their energy and their finances, and be able, like I said, to either give you, Divine Feminine, an equal give and take, or be a provider. But now that they are aware of you, aware that you're their person, and whoever they're with is not their person, you know, whatever situation that they're currently giving to, I would even say the situation that's currently, you know, kind of draining them right now, they're now, like I said before, trying to get their affairs in order and maybe get off of this path so that they can get on the right path, which is towards you. All right. So I believe what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close this out with 3 cards, and then I may pull an oracle as well. Not sure which oracle I want to pull from just quite yet, but let's see how this ends. 3 cards. Close this out for me, Spirit. 3 cards. Close this out for me, please, Spirit. 3 cards. Oh. Ooh, we have Chariot. Two more, please. Oh, Ace of Wands. One more. One more, please, Spirit. Oh, nice. The Magician. Wow. Yeah. We have this 8 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That's what I was saying. Divine Feminine. You're that catalyst. And now they want to come charging forward towards you. They want this passionate new beginning with you, Divine Feminine. And they're currently manifesting this connection. They're manifesting you. They're manifesting this, you know, ability to, you know, get organized, get balanced, get everything in order so that they can reconcile with you, so they can come back to you. And right now they're currently, this is the overall energy, this is what they're doing right now. They're walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve them. They've had enough. They realize that this current energy is leaving them in this 4 of Pentacles energy. And they want to have this equal give and take with you. They want to have this passionate, beautiful beginning. They also, like, you know, I'm getting with this 4 of Pentacles, like they feel like held back where they currently are, or whoever they are with. But with you, it'd be a passionate new beginning, and it's like forward movement. They know that with you, they would feel like they're moving forward. I'm also getting, you know, the Chariot. They have, you know, the black and white dog here. The Chariot, they typically have, what is it, the Sphinx, or I'm not really sure, in the original. But what they say is, in a way, sometimes I started to see the Chariot as a twin flame card, because it's like the dark and light, you know, the opposites coming together. It's like you're taking those two, the shadow and the light, and then you're bringing those two together, and then you're moving forward. And so, I mean, the Divine Masculine they're here for it. And so that's what they're manifesting. And that's what you're, you know, if you're, I mean, you're in this Queen of Swords energy, right? So you're also manifesting this as well. But so long as you are not tolerating the BS, and you're focusing on yourself, focusing on inner union, you are calling this Divine Masculine in, Divine Feminine. So keep doing what you're doing. All right. So that is that. Let's, on that note, let's pull from the Kipper. Pull a couple of Kipper cards. Just a couple. We're gonna do like 3. See what additional messages we may have, Spirit, based off of this reading. What additional messages do we have based off of this reading, Spirit? Okay. Three cards, please, Spirit. What additional messages do we have based off of this reading? Ooh. Okay, that is too many. That's way too many. Let's try that again. 3 cards, please, Spirit. What messages do we have based off of this reading? Okay. Ooh, we have coffin. Which to me just immediately makes me think of the death card. So this is just double confirmation that this is a major transformation that is taking place right now. I would say for both of you, but the focus is mostly on the divine masculine here. Yeah, okay. Let's continue. 2 cards. I feel like this is also, you know what I'm getting with this coffin card and the death card. Like I said, it's the transformation, but it's putting, I believe it's the divine masculine and you, divine feminine, putting your old ways to bed. You know, like, this is a major change for, as I was explaining before at the beginning of the reading, this is a major change for the divine masculine. Like, you're so different from what they're used to. And they realize that they have to change. They can't approach you in such a low effort, manipulative way. Okay, we have marriage. Immediately I'm getting, I mean, twin flames don't necessarily have to get married, but I mean, I'm getting that the divine masculine with this marriage card, they've never felt this way before about anybody. This masculine probably didn't even see themselves settling down, getting married one day. They figured they were just going to be a bachelor for life. But once they met you, it was like the bachelor in them, the idea of being a bachelor for life just, yeah, it died. They were like, okay, I don't even feel that way anymore. I can put that feeling to bed because I met my person. You, divine feminine, are their person, and they know this for a fact. So it's like the player in them was put to rest. A message. So this is a no contact, pretty much a no contact reading. You and the divine masculine are in separation. So with this message card, I'm getting that the divine masculine wants to send a message. They want to communicate with you. And then we have, can't make this up. We have change. So not only do we have double confirmation, we have triple triple confirmation about change, transformation, transitioning. All right. Well, let's I'm gonna pull these cards and then we're gonna end the reading. We're just gonna keep it going. But this deck here is very interesting. So this is a soulmate manifestation, a love oracle, messages from your soulmate to guide you towards manifesting your divine union. So we will see just how this union will come about. I mean, this will either tell us when, how, where. We'll just see what spirit has for us out of this deck. I'm just gonna pull one card and then I'm gonna close out the reading. Spirit, please let us know how, when, where. What is there to know about this divine union, and when, how, where it'll happen? Spirit, one card, please. One card, please, Spirit. What do you want to let the collective know? Awakening. So this is a message from the divine masculine. I'm going through a spiritual awakening right now. I'm transforming into the person I've chosen to become. Wow. Not only is that a triple confirmation, now we got a quadruple confirmation. Right? Look at all that. Change, awakening, change, transformation, transitioning. It's happening, divine feminine. Divine masculine is mirroring you. They are ascending as well. All right, on that note, I'm going to close out the reading and thank you for tuning in. See you next time. All right, bye.